Hey builders! Thanks for hanging out with me. Today we're checking out this super cool new set from Bandai. It's the latest release in their Master Grade Super Deformed series, the Wing Gundam Zero EW. I've got the first two kits, and I'm totally obsessed with them. This is the line that I'll definitely keep buying every time they drop a new one. If you're curious about why, just stick around and watch this video. And if you're new here, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. Now let's crack open this box. Inside, you'll find 13 runners and a sheet of sticker decals. Sadly, I already tossed the runners, but you can check out my unboxing video for a sneak peek. I've dropped the link below in the description. One thing to remember is that this kit doesn't include a base, so you'll have to pick up the Action Base 7 separately. The manual shows you how to transform it into the Neo bird form, and I love that the decal installation guide is in color. It really helps you see how it'll look once you've slapped on all the decals. Alright, so when I was putting this thing together, it was actually pretty smooth sailing. The pieces fit together nicely, not too tight or anything. You didn't have to struggle to make it work. Most of the time, you couldn't even hear any rubbing or grinding between the parts. But there were a few things that tripped me up a bit. First off, this chest piece gave me a little trouble. I had to really push the inner frame to line it up properly, had to wiggle those pegs a bit, but it wasn't a huge deal. Just remember, don't go forcing it if you run into the same issue. Then, there was the wings. I might have missed it in the instructions, but I didn't realize you could slide that part until I had already put everything together. Check out my build video for a closer look. I'll drop the link in the description below. And lastly, there aren't any pieces in this kit that are undergated, so you're gonna see some nubs. You'll want to sand those down, just like I did with the wings. I left some nubs on purpose, especially on the colored parts, to show you what I mean. I'm planning to paint this kit, so I'll clean up those nubs during that process. But hey, don't get me wrong, guys. This kit is seriously one of the best ones I've worked on. I'd recommend it to beginners, even if you don't plan on painting it. It's a solid build all around. Alright, let's dive into this kit's articulation, guys. First up, let's take a peek at the legs. You can move the foot up and down like this. The toe can be moved too. The side-to-side movement of the foot is somehow limited, but it can be rotated like this. This can allow you more flexibility on different ground poses. This part of the legs can be opened and closed manually, but this will also open automatically when you bend the knees like this. I am amazed by how far the legs can bend, considering that this is super deformed. Those inner frames painted in silver really pops out as you bend them. And it only gets better from here, guys, because the skirts of the waist can also be moved, the legs can be posed in a more flexible, dynamic way. You can actually pose it copying a soccer player or a ballerina move. I will let your imagination do the rest. But before that, I am going to show something special. If you pull down the skirt at the back and slide the side skirt as I am showing in the video, you can actually do a split pose with this kit. You can do running, leaping, or simply just cute poses with this. Tell me in the comment section, what are your ideas on posing this, guys? I am really interested to know. Okay, now, let's look at the chest and waist part. As you can see, you can only move side to side to that extent, but you can rotate it at around 45 degrees to its left and to its right. This will allow you to make good swinging poses. You can also bend it forward up to this extent. Combined with the flexibility of the head, you can make this pose on this kit. On top of that, the chest piece came with a couple of gimmicks. It can be pulled to show the cockpit, and there really is a good detail in it. Hopefully, this video can show you the details. The cover of the railguns on the chest can also be opened. What's cool is that the guns inside move slightly forward and backward as you open and close the cover. This will be more visible if the gun is of different color than the case. Now look at this headpiece. The details shown behind those clear green parts are amazing. It definitely looks more realistic even compared to a normal MG or PG build. You can move the head easily like this. You can open that ear to show the amazing inner frame, and you also would be able to move the head around like this. The head can also be rotated 180 degrees from either direction when you transform it to the Neo bird form. I will probably put some fillers for the back of those V-fins during the painting process to make it look more solid. Alright, how Bandai designed the arms of this kit to me is impressive. The hands are the usual design where the movement of the thumb and the index fingers are separated from the three fingers. This part of the armor can be moved for an aggressive pose. If you push the upper and bottom part of the shoulder like this, it will show more inner frames. But what is impressive on the design? Everything is pretty common so far, right? Okay, first, take a look at this part. You can slide this piece, and it will serve as a support for the twin buster rifle. I will show how when we talk about the weapons. Then look at the arms closely. It is divided into 3 sections. Each can be moved. It will allow you to have more flexibility when choosing a pose. How many kits out there have the capability to easily do this? And this is just an example. You can certainly do more with this kit. Now, because you have to pull the shoulders every time you transform to atmospheric entry mode, there will be a chance that you will end up pulling the arms and shoulders altogether. But not for this kit. There is a specific way to remove the arms and shoulders. You have to turn it upside down before you can remove it. So make sure you remember it, otherwise you might end up ruining your kit. Since we are already on the topic of locking mechanism, the backpack also have its own. The blue part needs to be pulled gently until you hear a clicking sound. Only then that the backpack can be lifted up and removed. As you can see, there is a lock that prevents the backpack from being lifted up. So there is no need to worry on accidentally removing the backpack while remodeling the kit. Amazing, right? Now this slot can be moved side to side to help the movement of the wings, while if you look at the bottom part, you can open the cover for the slot of the action base. Alright, of course this kit will not be complete without its wings. The wings are composed of 2 sets. You can spread this set of wings like this, and if you are not using your lightsaber. The handle of the saber can also be stowed away here. It can serve as an additional detail to the wings. The other set of the wings have more gimmick in it. Each feathers of the wings can be moved. You can spread the wings even more like what I am showing in the video. Imagine how great is this when doing a flying pose. The other side of the wings look even better. Those clear blue highlights and silver inner frames looks awesome, especially when hit by a light. The connector of the wings is flexible and sturdy enough to give you that pose you want. I am sure anyone will enjoy playing this kit. This kit came with a nice set of weapons. 2 beam sabers, the famous twin buster rifle, and a shield. The beam saber is the same as the usual saber that we are used to, only smaller. The twin buster rifle is very detailed, but I bet this will even look more solid once painted. The barrel can be extended like this when you combine the rifle. You can also twist the handle like this so you can hide it for the Neo bird form. This part is used for the additional support when using the rifle. Insert that peg like this. Then lock the handle to the arms like this. Once you are done, that rifle is going nowhere. Now look at this beautiful shield. The clear green sparkles when hit by the light. Underneath are the locks you will use for the Neo bird form. You can hide them when you want to use this as a shield. This part is used for locking the shield to the arms. Once you have attached the shield like this, you have to secure it by using the lock like this. Now you can play with it however you want. It is not gonna fall off. Okay, let me now show you how you can do this famous twin buster pose. Once the 2 rifles are attached to the hands, just pull this side down from both rifles. Then when you are done, you can already put them together. After that, all you have to do is pull the barrel of the rifle and the formation is complete. That's how easy it is. Okay, now let me show you how to transform it to the Neo bird form. Unfortunately, I won't be able to show here how you can put it in display with a stand as I don't have a proper Action Base 7. First, those 3 holes need to align. Then position the arms, shoulders, waist, and legs as I am showing in the video. From this position, the next step is to turn the head 180 degrees like this. Then the pegs from the side of the shield and the yellow parts needs to be opened like this. Next, fold the side piece, the peg, and the handle like this before attaching it to the shield. This is how it should look like. Now you can attach it to the main body. This step is not as easy as shown in the video. It took me several tries to really secure it in place. But once it is connected properly, it won't fall off easily. Take a look at how it looks from different angles. It looks really solid. Okay, that concludes my review for this kit. If you liked this review, please don't forget to subscribe. It is time now for this kit to join the rest on my display. Until next time. And remember, never stop building.